Reading this book is like reading my life in a way, and it's so crazy. I'm like, I want to get on here every other second, like, oh my god, oh my god. But he gets into altruistic narcissists, and Jay Reed gives like such an amazing assessment, or I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for, um, profile of an altruistic narcissist, and I believe that's the type of beast that I'm dealing with. Um, and he says, well, there's four signs he of an altruistic narcissist. I just want to talk about the first one. He mentions very low patience, and I'm like, yes. When an altruistic narcissist gives something to another person, they are doing it solely to get a reflection of their own grandiose caring self. If the other person requires more than a brief symbolic gesture, the narcissist may quickly grow impatient and show frustration with the recipient. Let's see. Like, I was brought to Disney World with my kids just to basically be fucking emotionally tortured in a way. Not tortured, that's really excessive of me to use that word, but um, things like I knew because that the gift was so big that the attitude was going to be really big too. And the expectation. That's his next point, actually. Constant expectation of gratitude. It's actually quite sickening. So their demand and expectation is so intense and it's so high that it can really just shut you down because you cannot keep up with it. You just can't be yourself. Um, People who are being themselves are feel free to give gratitude when they feel like giving gratitude without fear of like, oh my God, I better show gratitude and I better show a lot of it right now in fear that I'm going to be called selfish or attacked. So, um, oh yeah, so at Disney World, there was this like confusing thing that was happening where she'd be like, so what do you want to do next? What do you want to do next? And I was like, well, okay, I don't know. So like when they ask you like what you want to do, and if you don't answer them and come up with something to do, like they're gonna be pissed off at you. So I'm like, okay, so, but basically it was gonna go bad for me either way. So I was like, oh, okay, well let's do this next. I was looking at them. Well, let's do this next. And I was very hesitant because I didn't want to say something that was gonna like piss her off or like be the wrong answer. So she's like, oh, the line for that is going to be too long. So, okay, so you ask me what I think we should do next, then you don't want to do that. Okay, all right, that's cool. Well, okay, so I said, well, what do you want to do? Like, then what do you think is the better? I don't know, Sheena. I don't know. You fucking choose. So this is it's so much confusion in that. This is the type of thing I'm talking about. I don't know. Anyways, constant expectation of gratitude. An altruistic narcissist not only expects to expend very little effort to help others, yeah, kinda, in a way, or they kind of just want to help how they want to, but also requires displays of gratitude. John hated opening presents on Christmas mornings. He had to train himself to show wide-eyed surprise, delight, and demonstration of an appreciation whenever he opened a gift from his mother. He knew that if he didn't do that and walk across the room to hug her, she would grow angry and abusive towards him. That is 100% accurate. Altruistic narcissists will vary in how explicitly they convey this expectation. If they have power or authority over someone, they may brazenly show that they expect gratitude, insisting that the other says thank you right away. I've experienced this. I mean, I see my mother and people everywhere. I have had this somebody do that to me where they give me something or my children something and they're like, they tell you who to thank and they tell you, all right, say thank you to so and so for giving you that. It's very it's controlling, it's demeaning, as if the person wasn't going to already say thank you. Like they have to like get ahead of you. Um if they are not in a position of power and the other person does not meet their standard of gratitude, the narcissist may just seethe and speak ill of that person when they can. This is so true. It's so true. I've been called, I had her tell a family member of mine, I would do so much for her and the kids and stuff, but she's just so ungrateful. These are the kind of people that you really don't want to do anything for you. And then what happens is, you have this parent figure who you try not to bother. Oh wait, did I skip a part? I wanted to mention something else. You try not to need anything from them because it's going to come with really bad strings attached. So say you've like kept your distance for a while, everything's going well, and then say you have an emergency and you're like, oh my God, I really don't have anybody else to reach out to, excuse me. And you reach out to the narcissistic parent for help. And what the hell was I going to say? I totally lost my train of thought. Anyways, yeah, I forget where I was going with that now. But this part over here says children of altruistic narcissists like John learn to make it easy for others to care for them. They intuitively know their parents don't have much in the tank for them, and that it's best not to test their willingness to show care. So I have seen this play out in my life, like when I was at the DV center, like, and I needed to ask somebody for something, maybe like I needed a form or a letter from them. Like it was very hard. Like I didn't want to need a lot, and I wanted to and I'm always careful to make sure I say thank you and give compliments, to show respect for other people's time, which are all good qualities, I think, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's just coming out of that place. I don't know. When it comes out of a place of like a low self-worth, it's not good. But I think that I carried that with me into marriage also. The thing about making it easy for others to care for you, or because like you learn not to really like ask for a lot. You don't want to be a bother, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here. Yeah, altruistic narcissist.